Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back through daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're actually going to be live streaming overall. I just want to give you guys an overall quick update on the entire market. We're going to be talking about pretty much everything in regards to the market. We're also going to be talking about some specific things that I personally want to see happen. Now this live stream is also going to be a little bit shorter than most, just because I do have to go to the gym here shortly and I am pretty much cutting it very close on time. So I do apologize for a little bit shorter of a live stream. So overall, let's just jump into it and let's really kind of talk about what's happening. So overall, there is a very bullish sentiment going on in the entire market. And trust me, the fear and greed levels are playing perfectly into that. As you guys do see, we are sitting at about 68 in regards to greed. And you know what's funny about this is that last week, just last week alone, we were at extreme fear levels at 24. This is updating in 1 hour and 21 minutes. I guarantee you that this is probably going to be in extreme greed levels, probably going even back to last month's extreme greed levels at around 79. The entire market is doing a major shift, right? And I've talked to you guys a little bit about this for quite some time. I've talked to you guys about how October is pretty much a huge month for crypto. The end of this month, and I know that this is going to sound crazy because I know that things are looking fairly really good right now. You know, things look great. The end of the month is actually the big point for crypto, not the beginning. The beginning is a little bit shaky. It actually is fairly volatile in the beginning, and we could actually see that, and we could actually notice that happening right now. I know a lot of people are going to be concerned with what I'm about to say, but when we're talking about Bitcoin, I would be expecting a slight pullback to happen on Bitcoin. Nothing too crazy, but we'll most likely have a slight correction on it. Nothing too crazy like, 40% or anything like that, but we'll most likely have a pullback. And this will actually hurt our altcoins a lot more than anything that we've seen in the past just so far, because when we're talking about Bitcoin right now at $55,000, we are closing in on my major target point up here. We'll most likely see a pullback to about 52.7K. That's our major support level just right now. So we'll most likely bounce off of that or bounce off of the 50.5K zone, somewhere around that point if we do have a correction. I'm saying if we do. So don't go ahead and sell your altcoins or anything like that. Just have some fiat on the side if you guys are ready to buy more. And then we'll most likely retest this 56.8K point very, very soon. Hopefully by the end of the week. That would be even crazier if we seen that. But again, I'm waiting for a slight pullback, because if you guys do see what happened just recently with Bitcoin, I understand that we are in a major bullish sentiment period, but this is literally 36% of an increase in price in a little under a week, right? So overall, when we're talking about this, Bitcoin looks great right now. Everybody's very bullish. Everybody's very greedy. And as you guys know from the past, I always say, when everybody's being greedy, be a little bit fearful. When everybody's fearful, be greedy. That's how it works every single time. So right now, we'll most likely have a pullback, which happens pretty much every October. Even if we go back to the weekly zone on this chart and we go all the way back to October, in 2017, 2018, we didn't really have too much bullish or bearish points, right? That actually happened in November is when we had that pullback. But if we go to the daily and check back here, so 1 second, this is going to take a little bit of time. I know this sucks, but it is what it is. So overall, when we're talking about October, right? So we have our September low being printed here. This is pretty much the bullish time frame that I was talking about. So we do see in October, right, it continues to pump, trades sideways a little bit, continues to pump, and then by the middle to it's pretty much almost the middle to almost the end of October, we have this slight pullback, which this pullback isn't anything too significant. When we're talking about this is only about a 13% pullback. It's nothing too crazy. And again, we have another one here, but this allows us to have actually a lot more price action involved. And sorry, I did not mean to click that. When we're talking about this, right, we'll have pullbacks along the way to the top. This is a 30% pullback happening in November. When we're talking about the exact patterns, we don't have to play the exact pattern game where we do the exact same moves overall. We don't. And when we're talking about the current time frame right now, I wouldn't be surprised by a 13% pullback on Bitcoin. It's not the idea of repeating the same pattern. It's just the idea that a 13% pullback wouldn't be too crazy when we're talking about what was happening on the way up to even 52.7K when we were pumping from pretty much July all the way to, the September timeframe. But if we do a 13% pullback from the current point, right, look at where 13% brings us down to, 48K, which is a major support zone. But if we actually pump up to these points up here, which I am hoping for, right, somewhere between 56.8K to 58K, even if we just pump to this point here and drop 13%, right? Look at the difference in terms of that, right? We'll bounce off of the major 49.3K point, which is a huge support point for Bitcoin, even going all the way back to, February of this year. And I would like to see something like this. Now, again, what am I talking about in regards to how this would hurt our altcoins a lot? Well, it's the idea that if our altcoins take a little bit of a hit now in regards to Bitcoin, Bitcoin dominance is extremely high. This is exactly what I've been warning you guys about for a very long time. This is exactly why we are not seeing too much movement on HBAR, why we're not seeing too much movement on XRP, and most altcoins within the entire market. It's because Bitcoin dominance is extremely high. A lot more money is flowing into Bitcoin than our altcoins. This happens a lot. This actually happens often. The problem here is that while a lot more money is actually flowing into Bitcoin, more money is actually flowing out of our altcoins than into our altcoins. That is why you see the volume significantly lower on XRP. You also see the volume significantly lower on even HBAR. When we're talking about HBAR being around $265 million in volume when it was just at $1 billion literally like a month ago, that's significant, okay? So volume is flowing out of our altcoins into Bitcoin more so right now because Bitcoin is stealing the show, which is totally fine. In fact, we actually want Bitcoin to steal the show right now, and we actually want to pay attention to Bitcoin because this is the moment for it to shine. This is the moment that Bitcoin makes a higher monthly close, right? Where we do see a major level being closed on the past monthly charts. That is what we want to see. Okay, we are above those levels of the September high. We are above significant levels as well, but I want to see it go higher. In fact, I want to see it back to this demand zone up here at about 56.8K to roughly 58.5K. This would allow us to retest the all-time high by the middle to the end of the month. And yes, we will have a little bit of some volatile price action along the way up. It's not going to be a major green candle all the way up to these major targets that everybody's calling for. I'm just saying we will have slight pullbacks. We will have corrections where you will be able to buy some dips on the way up. But for those who have been along with the ride, you're already packed, right? Your bags are already packed. You've already, gotten into those sweet deals of going back to the, summer time frame. And now we are looking for some major juicy targets to be hit going into the Q4. This is Q4 millionaire status. This is where people make absolutely crazy amounts of gains, but we need a lot of things to play out right now currently. We need Bitcoin to make a nice high somewhere up in these levels up here for some solid strength. We want it to range up here while Bitcoin dominance actually falls a bit with volume flowing back into our altcoins. Because right now on the USD pairs, right, things don't look too bad. HBAR is still around the 38 centile, major support zone. We almost retested 33 cents. Support has held strong so far. XRP again on the USD pair looks good. It's still in that major demand zone around the $5 support zone. Nothing too crazy between $1 and $12. But when you look at their Bitcoin pairs, look at how bearish these Bitcoin pairs look. This is because there's not a lot of money flowing into these altcoins. There's not volume. We need volume in our altcoins for them to move. So they're not going to move. They're not going to be, doing bullish, price action movements and, catapulting to these new highs. That's not happening. That's not going to happen until Bitcoin ranges while Bitcoin dominance falls and a lot more money flows into these lovely altcoins that we are holding and waiting for these major targets to be targeted. But these look extremely bearish. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. So if Bitcoin were to break down at this point, we will see some massive discounted prices on HBAR, on XRP, on these major altcoins that we are holding for so long, which would provide us with some great buy opportunities. I'm not saying it's guaranteed to happen. I'm just saying if Bitcoin does have a correction, which it looks like it could, you know, when we're talking about greed levels, they are at greed levels right now, which is perfect for us to get in and pretty much buy up the fear levels when we do switch to fearful levels, which we will. I 100% think that we will. That's where we will be buying. We're not buying right now. Absolutely no way am I buying right now anything. I'm not looking to long anything. I'm not looking to, you know, get into a juicy position. No, because Bitcoin right now looks extremely greedy. It looks fairly bullish. Everybody's happy. Everybody's, you know, saying, "Oh, look at everything looks great." But right now, it's not time to buy, in my opinion. So, overall, you know, everybody who has been watching this channel for a fairly long time, you should all already have your massive bags packed. You should all be ready for quarter four, because quarter four is where we will see some major price action. Let's check out the weekly on XRP, and let's go to the Bitstamp price chart that has the most potential in regards to price data. And let's just go back to 2017, 2018 from the September low to the high, right? We're looking at 2,145%. This is absolutely crazy, and prepare for something similar like this to happen, where we will see some major price targets on XRP. We're talking $7 to $14, we're talking $15 to $25 if that pattern is repeated. Same goes for HBAR. I think HBAR is going to be a last tier runner, where we do see it run in the last 10% of the bull run to some major price appreciation targets of $3 to $6, with highs being $10 to $15 for HBAR. These possibilities are endless within this market. When we go over to the entire coin market cap and we go to year-to-date percentages, you know, when we're talking about 21,000%, 9,000%, 10,000%, these are possibilities. These are possibilities that get, you know, printed every single time that we have a massive bull run. And, you know, there's people that turned $1,000 into $3 million on some low cap risky gems, but that is crypto. Crypto moves extremely fast, and the fear and greed index tells you that. You know, last week, extreme fear. Today, we're at greed levels of 68. In an hour and 10 minutes, we'll most likely be at extreme greed. That is exactly how fast crypto moves, right? So, crypto is a great opportunity. Quarter four is going to print a lot of new millionaires, and a lot of you who watch this channel are going to be commenting, and you guys are going to be messaging me saying thank you. I can already see it right now, because listen, a lot of these gems that we are in are so undervalued even at their current levels, while Bitcoin is ranging to these highs, and I could not be any more happier to have you guys along with me in this ride. I'm going to be here every single day of the week, pretty much updating you along the way, and trust me guys, I am just as happy and excited as you all are as well for quarter four. Quarter four is going to be absolutely crazy. We just need to get through some, you know, volatile price action throughout this month, and most likely within the November timeframe to December to January, we are all going to be celebrating. But remember guys, always take profits, don't get too greedy, and always, you know, I'm just saying it right now, always have an exit strategy and always have an exit plan. Now, of course, I am watching the dollar, guys. As you guys already know, DXY is the big key here. This is also showing some strength, so I'm watching this fairly closely within a Bitcoin correction as well. I think Bitcoin, though, and I think all of crypto already decoupled away from stocks. We don't have to really worry about stocks too much right now. I think, you know, when stocks and commodities were kind of crashing this last week, and even going back to last week as well, you know, I think that was the time that crypto pretty much decoupled away from this. And I think crypto right now is pretty much in its own lane. But of course, we do still accommodate for the dollar, because the dollar is not going to decouple away from Bitcoin and all that kind of stuff. I think that this plays a huge role within these markets as well, and pretty much allows them to kind of guide itself. So right now, the big three, right? I'm watching Bitcoin, I'm watching Bitcoin dominance, and I'm also watching the dollar. Bitcoin dominance and the dollar, I want to see these pretty much moved to a lot lower levels, while Bitcoin ranges to a lot higher levels and allows for our altcoins to get some volume in them, because right now the volume is garbage. The Bitcoin pair charts are absolutely garbage, and I am hoping for a reversal here soon, and I think that we will be seeing that as we do march forward into the half of October, into the end of October as well. So with that being said, I am going to wrap up the stream here. I'm going to say hi to everybody who has been in the chat. Health Goat, welcome to the live stream. Adam, what's going on? HC Lips, what's going on? I hope that you all have been enjoying the content lately. I hope that you guys have been enjoying the live stream lately as well. Christian, what is going on? Meet you, but New York. Hi, brother. Thank you for for the information. No problem at all. David bought tons of HBAR. Yep, that is the key. MK 2020 ITT. Hey, I see you always posting me on Instagram. Thank you for the continued support. I do greatly appreciate it. Right, is Bitcoin falling soon? We'll most likely have a little bit of a correction here soon. It wouldn't be too crazy, but it will provide a lot of good buys for a lot of altcoins. You can't buy if you have no money. Hey, it is what it is. All these videos over the last few months have sent me broke. We are all broke at this point. We're crypto rich, just bank account broke. Brotherly, we shouldn't buy now. ABI. While SHIB may be considered a garbage coin, do you think it will pull a Doge in the future? Also, why the heck is it moving so much? Because meme coins just move in their own lane. I mean, they're just massively manipulated. Elon Musk probably just manipulating these things. It's a lot of this stuff gets pumped by influencers, and it's just not a good look for crypto, in my opinion. Brendan G, what's going on, man? All right. Well, with that being said, I have caught up in the chat. I hope everybody enjoyed this live stream. I hope everybody enjoyed the video. If you guys do want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. If you guys do want paid content, you guys could always check out NCashOfficial.com for all my exit strategies, all that kind of stuff. But nonetheless, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.